evening. Thank you very much for joining us here on Urban Debate on Mirror Now and on the 8 p.m. edition of the Urban Debate. With me is going to be the focus, in fact, on the tragedy that we first reported from Gurugram in Haryana yesterday. Tragedy that struck Chintels Paradiso project at Sector 109 in Gurugram. In an extremely unfortunate incident, the roof of an apartment of 6th floor came down, collapsing. 6th to 3rd floor of this particular building, we are being told, were vacant, and people were living on the 1st and the 2nd floor of this particular building. One death has been reported in this particular incident. That's the official word that we've got, and officially the rescue operation is now over. Now, preliminary probe has revealed several lapses. Lapse number 1. Poor quality material, in fact, we are being told, was used in this particular building for the building's construction. Lapse number 2, there was a complaint that was filed earlier as well against the builder and construction agency, and that was ignored. Lapse number 3, construction work was underway. Residents were allowed to stay in the building despite some kind of construction work that was going on in this tower, specifically where the incident happened. Negligence number 4 is that during repair work too, some negligence has been highlighted. Now, Haryana police have now registered FIR against the builder and the contractor for causing death by negligence and common intention. Times Network decided to dig deeper and found the root cause of this particular incident, during which our team found out that alarms were raised earlier as well, but were gravely ignored by the civic body as well as the cops. Take a look at this report.
There is a difference. दोनों बातों में बहुत डिफरेंस है. उस टाइम पे बहुत सारे इश्यूज थे कि हमारा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का भी इश्यू, बिल्डिंग का भी इश्यू, फलाना भी है.
नहीं, यहाँ पे मेरे पास मिल गया.
डीटीपी विभाग जो है ना, इसका ऑथराइज्ड काम करने वाले डीटीपी साहब थे इसमें. डीटीपी विभाग इसमें कार्रवाई कर रहा था. पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट के पास कोई क्रिमिनल कंप्लेंट नहीं थी. समझ रहे हैं?
मैं आपको वो एंट्री दिखाई देता हूँ जो हम लोगों को शेयर करिए ना, ये है जैसे ये जवाब आपकी तरफ से, वो ये जो कॉपी करवाया गया 21/7/2021 को है.
हाँ, इसमें तो आप पढ़िए ना, फिर इसमें क्या लिखा गया.
मैं वही बताऊँ, उसमें
मतलब यही है ना कि इसमें आइंदा संबंधित विभाग है, टेक्निकल जांच उपरांत निम्न कार्रवाई में ले जाएगी. संबंधित विभाग नहीं, डीटीपी विभाग.
डीटीपी क्या?
डिस्ट्रिक्ट टाउन प्लानर.
अच्छा, डिस्ट्रिक्ट टाउन. तो ये जो
टाउन प्लानर वही देखते हैं.
अच्छा, अगर टाउन प्लानर बताएंगे तब आप उससे एक्शन. वही मैं बेसिकली हम लोग जानना चाह रहे हैं, क्योंकि वहाँ पे जाकर नहीं समझ में आता है. आपके पास मान लीजिए कोई कंप्लेन आती है, तो आप टाउन प्लानर के पास जाएंगे.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
उसके बाद
तो टाउन प्लानर साहब विजिट करते हैं, उनकी जांच करते हैं सारी, क्योंकि उनके पास तो सारी स्ट्रक्चरल ऑडिट वगैरह सारी चीजें चेक कराने.
तो फिर उन्होंने आपको रिवर्ट किया, उन्होंने आपको रिवर्ट बैक किया. उनका मतलब उस पर रिप्लाई आया, इस पे कानून कोई मुकदमा बनता है या नहीं बनता है, ऐसी कोई
हमारे पास उसके बाद तो ऑन रिकॉर्ड तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
Now, digging deeper, we also found out that the man in question, the builder, has a history of crime where he was booked in a case of possession of drugs earlier. Listen in.
It was in 1986, about 35 years ago. There was a tip-off to the Special Staff Inspector, Mr. Lakhminder Singh Barar, that one syndicate of drug trafficking is active in South Delhi. Then on the base, working on that tip, then raid was conducted, and one person was arrested who disclosed the name of Ashok Solomon, and then subsequent recoveries was made. As you rightly said, it was more than 400 kg of good quality hashish that was recovered in that case. That case was investigated thoroughly, and then it was sent for trial, and then after trial this case was acquitted finally.
My colleague Priyank Tripathi then tried to get in touch with the company Chintels, but nobody was available for any kind of response. Listen in.
This is the corporate office, and soon after the incident, all those workers of the Chintels corporate trial, which is a multi-storied building, have been told to go back home. There's no one who's available. We have even tried to look into the profile of one of the directors, Prashant Solomon, and we tried to contact him, but there is no email response which is coming out from their side. In fact, most of these emails are bouncing back. When we reached here, we wanted to ask a very serious question from these individuals, that why they have taken this kind of measure which has taken life of one individual, and many more people are still feared to be trapped. One of the person is also about to be rescued, but at the Chintels Corporate Park, there's no response which is coming out from any of the directors of the Chintels Corporate Park. There is one office in Delhi also, which is right now non-functional, and at the sector 114 of Gurugram, at the Chintels Corporate Park, none of the directors are willing to come out. The Gurgaon police has already filed an FI into this matter, for which the arresting is yet to be made.
What we have learned so far points to one thing, that this tragedy definitely was waiting to happen. We are saying this because of the complaint that was filed in July 2021 that my colleague Priyank was talking about, that we found. So was it man-made? That's the question that we are asking on Urban Debate tonight. But before I begin the debate, I want to go across to my colleagues who've been tracking the story very, very closely. We have Priyank Tripathi as well as Alok joining us on the broadcast this evening. Good evening to both of you. Priyank, I'll come to you in just a bit. Let me quickly first go across to Alok to understand what the situation is right now on the ground. Is the rescue operation over? What exactly can you tell us about what happened through the day at the site?
See, Heena, the rescue operation, we can say right now, that is still on, because one lady who was trapped and her husband was taken out. He is in the critical condition, admitted in Max Hospital, but his wife is still there, and his family members are still there, and everybody is very, very much in the panic, because they are not understanding what to do. The residents of that particular society, there are 500 flats, 530 flats, and out of those 530 flats, 400s are occupied. So all of them are confused in the situation, and all are in the chaotic situation that what to do now, because sense of insecurity is now lying into them, and panic situation is there. So one thing. Another thing is that the multiple complaints which were given to the administration, to the authority, that was completely unheard, and due to which this incident has happened. In the month of July last year, the one complaint was given to the police as well, but police did not do anything. And right now we are reporting about this incident, unfortunate incident. One person has already been confirmed dead, the body of that lady yesterday taken out. But today, one person who is staying on the first floor, he is taken to the hospital, but his wife is still over there, and the rescue operation is still going on.
All right, Alok, stay with us. Let me now go across to Priyank Tripathi as well. Priyank, now, what you're telling us about the lapses through your reports is something that we really need to now focus on. Anything that you can tell us about the builder? Where is he? FIR has been registered, just like, you know, the procedure is followed after every such incident, but nothing happens really after that. Something that we can clearly say after seeing that first complaint about this building only went in July 2021.
Yes, certainly. We have, from Times Network, we have tried to get in touch with the board of directors. We have sent them emails. We called on the board line, and no one was responding. And even if someone picked up the phone, after talking, getting to know that we are from we are journalists, they refused to comment on anything. But fact of the matter is that since there was an alarm which was raised by one of the residents of the same society, where she made a PCR call at 10:15 in the late night on 21st of June. Why no action was taken? While talking about the procedure, the first complaint was given to the police, and the police was supposed to talk to the town planner, and then a formation of committee was supposed to be done, consisting of civil engineers who could have done the assessment of the ground situation, which was certainly suppressed by all these officials. That is clearly visible because no legal report was given to the police. That's why the police could not file the FIR. There was no report which was given to the town planner. The builder had somehow managed to get those civil engineers who did the analysis of the situation, and the report was given to them only. And after 8 months, look at what has happened. All those floors, 6 floors of the building has fallen on each other, and there were people who were trapped. Fortunately, only 3 of the floors were occupied by the resident. God forbid if there would have been more people who were living in this society, then some things certainly could have gone totally out of control. And this is a very serious issue which Meera is raising, because most of the residents who are living in the urban sector are living in these high-rise buildings. So certainly this is not only a threat to all those residents who are staying in this society, as Alok was pointing out. This is a threat to all those residents who are staying in several different societies, because they exactly don't know what kind of material has been given to them, whether there was some kind of report which was already pending, which is not taken into cognizance. So this is a very big issue for which all those construction people who are involved in this business need to take into account of the situation. They need to once again revisit and do an analysis of whether the life of all those individuals who are staying in the apartment is safe or not.
Right. Thank you very much, Priyank, as well as Alok, for joining us and putting things in perspective for our viewers. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this big story. Let's now go across to our guests who are joining us live this evening on Urban Debate on Mirror Now. We have Vivek Narayan Sharma, Advocate, Supreme Court and President, Society for Criminal Justice. Renu Bhatia, former Deputy Mayor, Faridabad. We have Neelam Krishnamurthy, who is an activist, also live with us this evening. Anu Khan, President, NEFOMA and member of UP RERA Conciliation. Joining us on the broadcast is also Ram Nivas Gupta, President, Builders Association of India. Sonam Arora, resident of Chintels Paradiso. The society that we are talking about is going to be joining us as well in just a bit. Good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining us here on Urban Debate on Mirror Now this evening. Now, I want to begin the discussion with you, Renu Bhatia. What was the fault of this lady who lost her life because some construction work, some renovation work was going on in her building?
Well, Heena, first of all, I'm very sorry for this dear lady who's lost her life in this really bad incident what took place in this society. I'm very sad for her. In fact, I heard all the journalists talking about whatever they had gone to ask to the society people and everything. There is, I think, koi kasoor nahi hai inka. They are not really, they shouldn't be blamed for anything. But the government is taking action against those people, and they are looking for the correct action to be taken against them. So I think we should wait for the police action taken against them and the government movement to look forward, keep what had they really missed in the maintenance and the construction in the building that this
Ma'am, isn't it the standard answer all the time? Isn't it the standard answer all the time? The standard operating procedure, every time a tragedy of this kind happens, we all say we are sorry. We all say that, complaints have been filed, strict action will be taken, strictest possible action will be taken, but eventually nothing happens. These incidents just keep on happening. And here, why specifically I had my colleagues Priyank as well as Alok before the debate, because I wanted you to also listen to the complaint that was filed last year. If something was done in July 2021 after the first complaint, maybe this lady would have been alive with us today.
You're right, Heena.
So the buck really needs to stop somewhere, isn't it, Ms. Renu Bhatia?
we do need to stop these kind of incidents, and we have to be very careful and very strict towards the actions against all these people who are the builders or who do all these construction work and put the life of people in danger. We really have to work. Especially, we have to work strictly against all these people, and I think the government will take actions against them.
Vivek Narayan, same promises. Government will take action. That's the promise, in fact, that has come from the Chief Minister's side as well, who said administrative officials along with SDRF, NDRF teams are busy. He's personally monitoring the situation. Action will be taken against the builder. That's what the MLA of Gurugram has said. But I mean, when will this really stop? When will, we will ensure that buck stops somewhere, accountability is fixed? Because if we talk about this society, it has about 530 flats, 420 families were staying there for past 4 years. So it was a new society. It wasn't an old structure, really. Are there no checks in place?
Yes, I totally agree with you. There are no checks in place. Of course, the government has evolved schemes as to they have to register, they have to, under RERA, they have to give the details of the plan and what kind of material they are going to use. That has to be also disclosed to the occupants who are going to be there. So there are various schemes which are already there. The only thing means there is a small nuance involved in the entire process. Everything that is done, I know some of the very good builders. I will name few whom I am advising also. These are Eros Group and the Angel Group. They have also built nice societies. And they are there to care for the people. They remain there for 2 to 3 years to look after if there is any structural problem in the building. They are having 20 floors or 20-story buildings, 20 stories and 18 stories. But at the same time, these people are evolving themselves with the kind of requirement that the people may have. So the seriousness with regard to the occupancy of a high position that they have in the lives of people, it's very, very important. But at the same time, this importance can only be taken care of by the authorities, public authorities, who are there to enforce those legal positions which are there in place. So just because there is law is not enough.
But all seem to be hand in glove. Unfortunately, all seem to be hand in glove, be it the builders or the authorities or even the watchdog for that matter. Of course, we know that there is RERA in place, but maybe it's only on paper because rules clearly are not being followed. Sonam Arora, resident of Chintels Paradiso, is also now joining us live this evening. Sonam Arora, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Can you just explain to our viewers firstly, what happened yesterday and the complaint that you had given in July 2021? Okay, we'll go across to Sonam in just a bit. She, in fact, had given this complaint in July 2021 that we were talking about, on the basis of which we are saying that, if something was done, that time only, maybe things would have been slightly better today. We'll get her back in just a bit. But Ram Nivas Gupta, President Builders Association of India, is also live with us this evening. Ram Nivas Gupta ji, आप हमें बताइए कि किसकी जिम्मेवारी है अगर एक महिला की मृत्यु हो गई है इस हादसे की वजह से? कहीं बिल्डर का अता पता नहीं है, जो कंपनी है उनकी तरफ से कोई जवाब नहीं आया है. कोई तो जवाबदेही बनती है ना उन लोगों की भी. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सामने नहीं आ रहे हैं वो लोग.
ये बिल्कुल बनती है मैडम, बिल्कुल जवाबदेही होनी चाहिए और जिस बिल्डर ने गलती करी उसको सामने आना चाहिए, उसकी रेक्टिफिकेशन करनी चाहिए, उसको मुआवजा देना चाहिए. मैं इस बात से सहमत हूं आपसे. लेकिन इसमें कमी अभी इन्वेस्टिगेशन में पता लगेगा कि गलती किस पॉइंट पर रही है. देयर आर सो मेनी रीजंस फॉर द मिस्टेक ऑफ दिस इंसिडेंट. सबसे पहले अर्थ टेस्टिंग होती है हमारे यहाँ, सॉइल टेस्टिंग बोलते हैं उसको. सॉइल टेस्टिंग करने के बाद हमें उसका स्ट्रक्चर डिजाइन किया जाता है. तो सॉइल टेस्टिंग में भी गलती हो सकती है कि प्रॉपर वे में सॉइल टेस्टिंग नहीं करी, जहां ब्लॉक्स बनने वहां नहीं करी होगी. फिर उसके बाद स्ट्रक्चरल ड्राइंग, उसी हिसाब से स्ट्रक्चरल ड्राइंग बनता है. स्ट्रक्चरल ड्राइंग प्रॉपरली उसने कौन सा कोड लिया है, कितना वेटेज लिया है, उसको वेटिंग कराई नहीं कराई है. तो सो मेनी प्रोसेस हैं. इनके कम से 20-25 रीजन हो सकते हैं जिसकी वजह से हादसा हुआ है। वो आफ्टर इन्वेस्टिगेशन पता लगेगा कि भी ये प्रॉब्लम क्यों आई, और जब ये जो प्रॉब्लम आई है ड्यूरिंग
नहीं, मैं ये जानना चाहती हूँ राम निवास जी कि ये एक नई सोसाइटी थी। अभी मैंने आपको जैसे बताया 4 साल से यहाँ पर लोग रह रहे थे, तो यानी कि कंस्ट्रक्शन क्वालिटी खराब थी। अगर एक बार एक पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट को सैंक्शन मिल जाता है बनाने के लिए, ग्रीन सिग्नल मिल जाता है, क्या उसके बाद अथॉरिटीज की कोई जिम्मेवारी नहीं बनती है कि देखें किस तरह की कंस्ट्रक्शन क्वालिटी हुई है?
नहीं, वो एक हमारा डिपार्टमेंट है DTCP.
Who is responsible here? I want to understand, because every time such an incident happens, sir, what we see is that assurances come but nothing happens after that, and here we are talking about Delhi, Gurugram, which is in seismic zone 4.
मैम, एक डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ टाउन एंड कंट्री प्लानिंग, उसकी पूरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है कि वो इस वर्क को चेक करे अभी क्यों रीजन क्यों हादसा हुआ, कि आइदर द मिस्टेक ऑन द पार्ट ऑफ द बिल्डर और कॉन्ट्रैक्टर। जब ड्राइंग आप बनवाते हो उसकी वेटिंग नहीं कराओगे थर्ड पार्टी से, IIT कहीं से, तो दे विल बी मिसहैमरिंग। इट शुड बी, इट मे बी, आई कांट से कंफर्मेशन बिकॉज़ आई एम नॉट गेटिंग रिजल्ट। इट मे बी पॉसिबल कि वहां का पानी वहां खारी होता है, सॉल्टी वाटर होता है, सॉल्टी सॉइल होती है, उसका उन्हें प्रिकॉशनरी मेजर नहीं लिया हुआ। सेकेंडरी गुड़गांव के अंदर बोरिंग करना अलाउ नहीं है। वाटर बिल भी सप्लाई बाय द हरियाणा गवर्नमेंट फ्रॉम द रिवर, दैट इज फिट फॉर कंस्ट्रक्शन और नॉट, ये भी देखने वाली बात होती है। तो देयर आर सो मेनी इंसिडेंट्स जो इसके पहलू हो सकते हैं। मैं डायरेक्टली ऐसे नहीं कह सकता भी बिल्डर की गलती या कंस्ट्रक्टर की गलती है, लेकिन गलती किसी पार्ट में जरूर है। हो सकता है स्ट्रक्चर में गलती हो सकता है पानी यूज करने में गलती हो।
बिल्डर की गलती कैसे? अगर बिल्डर की गलती नहीं है तो बिल्डर सामने क्यों नहीं आते हैं? और आप कैसे कह सकते हैं कि बिल्डर की गलती नहीं हो सकती है? क्योंकि कंस्ट्रक्शन तो बिल्डर ने ही करवाई होगी ना। अगर शॉर्टी कंस्ट्रक्शन हुआ है तो बिल्डर की तो जवाबदेही बनती है ना।
बिल्कुल जवाबदेही बनती है, बिल्कुल जवाबदेही बनती है। अच्छा, उसमें प्रॉपर हम जो मटेरियल यूज करते हैं उनकी प्रॉपर टेस्टिंग होती है, और जो RMC प्लांट लगाया उसने या डिजाइन मिक्स लगाया,
नहीं, तो ये सब शायद नहीं हो रहा था, इसी वजह से इस तरह का हादसा हुआ है और एक इंसान की जान चली गई है। अनु खान, there is RERA that we have for the real estate sector now, but then what is the check on quality that that should be happening, that is not happening? Who is responsible? Anu Khan? Okay, I don't think Anu Khan is able to hear me. I'll go to Anu Khan in just a bit. But Neelam Krishnamurthy, it's really sad to see how, once again we are seeing people trying to pass the buck. But nobody seems to realize that, one person has lost her life. What was her fault?
Well, this is not the first time that it's happening, that whenever an incident takes place, there's always passing the buck. It's so sad that, we have people living in these fancy towers in the NCRs, and nobody even thinks that they're actually living there. These are actually death traps. But ultimately, I just heard Mr. Ramniva speaking. He's saying it may be the responsibility fault lies on the contractor or on the builder. But I'd just like to say one thing. The flat owners have bought the flat from the builder. So the ultimate responsibility lies with him. It is he who has to ensure the quality, that he uses good quality, the material of good quality. And it is also the responsibility of the town planner. For them, unfortunately, the priority is corruption and not safety. They are there to ensure safety for the residents of these apartments, and not just to ensure that the builder can make his money. They make their own money. That's all everybody is interested in. Because in our country, these people they always go unpunished. I'm very shocked to hear that they've been charged under 304A. And 304A is a bailable offense. These people will get bail immediately. All our legal experts come and talk about that bail and no jail is the rule. But do you understand what damage you are doing to our society? People have got used to it. They know that we can get away with murder, especially the builder lobby knows that they can get away with murder. They are so well acquainted with the legal system. They know all the lacunas. They know they can keep on delaying the entire legal process. By the end of it, when they are convicted, they reach the Supreme Court and they say, we are old. Please let us go. Then that sympathetic approach is taken and the Supreme Court allows them to walk free. So this is our criminal justice system. You have to send in a deterrence. Unless that happens, I'm sorry, nothing's going to happen. The builders will keep on, ensuring that they can fill in their coffers at the cost of ordinary people's life. Because an ordinary person's life does not matter in our country. Otherwise, why is it that the government doesn't bring about a change in 304A? That is a bailable offense. I've been advocating, I've been writing to the government. There's a paper, which has consultation paper, which has come out from the Law Commission of India, that we should scrap 304A. The minimum sentence should be at least 10 years for any offense. If you really value human life in our country, please change the law. You cannot let these builders get away. And the builder lobby is one lobby which has the maximum number of cases, the legal cases in our country. And they're well acquainted.
Well, absolutely. You're right when you say that, the priority seems to be corruption. And that is why I mentioned earlier, all seem to be hand in glove. Be it the authorities or the builder community, or the people in the police department, for example, what our report showed us just now, that the FIR also was not filed when the complaint was given in July 2021. Ma'am, stay on with us. We have Sonam Arora, resident, in fact, of Chintels Paradiso, now joining us live this evening. Sonam, thank you for joining us. Could you just firstly tell us what happened yesterday and how is the situation right now?
Hi, Sonam Arora this side. As you all know, yesterday around 6:10 p.m., the roof of 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd floor collapsed down. And the reason was the construction quality, poor construction quality. And I just want to interrupt you here. I just want to know who was talking earlier, as she said, I'm an advocate. May I know the name? Hello? Am I
talking about Renu Bhatia? No, we have Vivek Narayan Sharma, who is Advocate, Supreme Court and President, Society for Criminal Justice. We have Renu Bhatia, former Deputy Mayor, Faridabad. What is your question? What is it that you want to ask?
I just want from them, you are alive and you are here for debate. I just want one help from you guys. Can you help us with the registering FIR? Because I went today, around 120 residents went to the Bajgera police station and they clearly said, we are not going to register second FIR because first FIR already registered in 403A. And the 403A is the negligible offense, right? And it's bailable.
304A, we are being told the FIR has been registered under.
Yes, but it's for the negligible, not negligence. We can negligence. Hello, am I audible?
Yes. Go ahead, please. Also, can you tell us a little bit about the complaint that you had filed in July 2021?
Okay. In 21st July 2021, I have filed a complaint to Bajgera police station regarding the bad construction quality. One of the same situation happened, but today it's a case of ceiling fell down. Earlier it was a case of the balconies fell down. A big slab of balcony fell down in 21st July 2021. So I went to the police station with a 50 plus resident to register the complaint. At the time the police said आपका कोई मामला है यहाँ से जो हम यहाँ पर complaint करें. Do you have any casualty? I said no. They said if there is no casualty, we can't file the FIR for you. Sorry. This was the wording from the police. Hello?
Renu Bhatia, shocking. No casualty, so we can't file the FIR. That's the attitude of the police. If there is no casualty, it means it's not serious. Don't look at the complaint at all. It's shocking. And here we have a complainant who's gone through this and is telling us what happened with her last year.
Well, Heena, this is the very bad answer what the police station people give it to her. It's a real bad answer, and they should be really asked and fired against this. And what the advocate is saying that we can complain again in front of the magistrate tomorrow again. So this can be done. And if we talk about the second FIR, I'm not very good in advocacy, but knowing a little bit, I say that any offense which has been done, I think you can put more dharas on the same FIR again. You can add on more in the FIR again, instead of going for a second complaint or FIR.
Okay, but you know, what I am concerned about is the casual chalta hai attitude. Vivek Narayan Sharma, I want you to respond. Yes, I want you to respond. Miss Renu Bhatia, 1 second. Vivek Narayan Sharma wants to respond.
Yes, I want to tell Sonamji, first of all, means my deep condolence for whoever means we have lost a life there. Number one, what you need to do is, at this point in time, if the police is not hearing you, write a letter to the Chief Justice of Punjab and Haryana High Court, along with the same letter be sent to the Chief Justice of India. This may be treated as a PIL. And this should be treated as a PIL, because the kind of conduct which the police has shown, even in the past when you had gone to write an FIR, and even now when you have gone to file an FIR, they should have registered extra FIR, because your action is different. You are seeking maybe something. They must have written an FIR pertaining to the incident. You may be pointing out the fact that there had been connivance of several government officers in this. So therefore, the PC Act comes into picture. So that FIR is not an exclusive FIR which they have filed. They have to file additional FIR pertaining to the crime which you are disclosing.
No, but I am absolutely appalled to hear the response that she got, because that's the point we want to highlight. If something was done after the first complaint, like she was telling us, the slab of the balcony fell down. If something was done at that point in time, if questions were raised at that point in time, maybe today we would not have lost that one resident of this particular society. Anu Khan is back with us. Anu Khan, ये जो चलता है attitude है, ये कब तक चलेगा? कि कोई casualty नहीं हुई है, तो फिर हमें FIR file करके क्या करना है?
No, this is based on the extraneous circumstances which are created by certain builders in favor of the authority people.
Vivek, 1 second. 1 second, Vivek. I'll come to you in just a bit. Anu Khan wants to respond. Anu Khan, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Okay, I don't think he's able to hear me. Apologies for that. But Neelam Krishnamurthy, this is absolutely shocking. Just see how complaints are looked at by the people who should be responding to such complaints promptly, especially when, you know, Delhi, Gurgaon, both are in seismic zone 4, and any kind of a negligence could be dangerous for the people living in societies like these. And if you talk about Gurugram specifically, it has many such societies, many high-rise buildings where thousands of people are living today.
I think it shows a complete nexus between the police and the builders. The very reason the police chose not to register an FIR when they went to the police earlier is they must have told the builder, listen, we've got a complaint against you, sir. Cholo, cholo, chodo. I mean, I'm very sorry to say that, but it happens all the time. So I'll take care of you, but please don't register an FIR. And because the police knows how to handle the citizens. I'm sorry, but that, you know what, that's the way it's all done here. And the police is absolutely in cahoot with the builders, all the other authorities. That's the only reason why builders can flourish in our country. And not that we don't know. Everybody knows where they go to the courts. They all know how powerful the builder lobby is. But it's an ordinary citizen who has no choice but to go to these builders to get a house. But it's their hard-earned money, but unfortunately what they're getting a death trap. Who's responsible for this? And the courts don't come down heavily on them because they're rich and powerful. They manage to play the system and they delay the entire proceedings. And it's the ordinary citizen of the country who suffers. So it's high time, we really do something about it.
Okay.
The laws need to change. The courts need to come down heavily on the builder lobby.
So instead of just saying that strict action will be taken, we need to ensure that it is taken. And that's the reason why we are having also this debate on Mirror Now this evening. Let me once again try and go across to Anu Khan, who is with us right now, member of UP RERA Conciliation. Anu Khan, किसकी जवाबदेही बनती है? बहुत बड़ा सवाल है क्योंकि बिल्डर का आता पता नहीं है. FIR जो अभी भी फाइल हुई है वो एक बेलेबल ऑफेंस है, सेक्शन 304A के तहत फाइल हुई है. पहले कंप्लेंट फाइल करी गई थी तो उसका कुछ हुआ नहीं, कुछ अता पता नहीं है. पुलिस ने FIR रजिस्टर करने से मना कर दिया. क्यों? क्योंकि कोई कैजुअलिटी नहीं है, कोई मरा नहीं है, तो FIR फाइल करके क्या करेंगे? ये तो एटीट्यूड है.
देखिए, ये बहुत बड़ी विडंबना है और बहुत बड़ी समस्या है पूरे देश में. यही नहीं कि दिल्ली NCR जैसे शहर में इतने बड़े बड़े बिल्डर हैं, नामी गिरामी बिल्डर हैं, और जो जिंदगी भर की कमाई बायर होम बायर जो दे देता है उसकी कहीं पर सुनी नहीं जाती है. तो ये कि बहुत बड़ी समस्या है. सरकार को कहीं ना कहीं इस पर ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. आज कितने ही साल, मेरे ख्याल से 15 साल 20 साल हो जाते हैं लोगों को मल्टी अपार्टमेंट में स्टोरी में फ्लैट लेकर, और लेकिन जैसे कि यहाँ आप देख रहे हैं कितनी समस्याएं आती हैं. लोगों के घर में सीलन आ जाती है, घर की कभी छत गिर जाती है, कभी अभी जो चिंटेल गुड़गांव वाला केस जो आप बता रहे हैं उसमें पूरा छत ही नीचे आ गया, लोग कैजुअलिटी हो गई, परेशान हो गए. लेकिन कौन सुनने वाला है? होम बायर की सुनेगा कौन? यहाँ से आप केंद्र में बैठे हुए सरकार हैं या जनपद में जो लोग हैं वो सभी अधिकारियों के पास जाते हैं. फ्लैट ओनर किसी को छोड़ते नहीं है वो कि यहाँ अपनी आवाज उठाने के लिए कि वहाँ यहाँ दिक्कतें हैं. दिल्ली NCR में मैं आपको बात करूंगा नोएडा, ग्रेटर नोएडा और ग्रेटर नोएडा वेस्ट की, जहाँ पर 3-4-5 लाख फ्लैट बने हुए हैं. आए दिन कोई ना कोई समस्या होती रहती है. यहाँ पर कहीं किसी की छज्जा गिर जाता है, किसी का प्लास्टर गिर जाता है, किसी की छत गिर जाती है. हम लोग लगभग, हम अपनी बात करें तो निफोमा जो हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है 12 साल से बाहर की आवाज उठा रही है हर फोरम पे. भाई यहाँ विधायक से लेके मंत्री से लेके मुख्यमंत्री तक अपनी आवाज उठाती है और अर्बन डेवलपमेंट मिनिस्टर से उठाती है, हर जगह अपनी बात कहती है जाके. लेकिन होता क्या है, ये एक बार कहा जाता है कि हाँ भाई इन पर जो दोषी हैं उन पर कार्रवाई होगी, उन पर मुकदमा होगा, उन पर FIR होगी, लेकिन कह दिया जाता है लेकिन FIR तो होती नहीं है. बाहर की सुनता कौन?
बिल्कुल यही बड़ा सवाल है रामनिवास गुप्ता. इस तरह का आश्वासन हमेशा दे दिया जाता है कि कार्रवाई होगी, स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन लिया जाएगा, लेकिन सवाल यह है कि क्यों पहले इन सब मामलों को चेक नहीं किया जाता है. अगर एक बिल्डर को अप्रूवल मिलता है एक प्रोजेक्ट के लिए तो वो किस तरह की कंस्ट्रक्शन क्वालिटी हो रही है बिल्डिंग में, किस तरह का सामान इस्तेमाल हो रहा है, क्या इसको देखने के लिए कोई अथॉरिटी नहीं है?
नहीं होनी चाहिए मैडम. ये एक्चुअली ये प्राइवेट बिल्डर होते हैं, इनके पास अथॉरिटी नहीं है. गवर्नमेंट के जो बिल्डर होते हैं, जितने भी डिपार्टमेंट के आदमी होते हैं हमारे, पूरा चेकिंग होता है उनका. क्वालिटी कंट्रोल सेल होता है, पूरा मटेरियल का सैंपल लिस्ट होता है, वही मटेरियल यूज होता है, मटेरियल भी टेस्टिंग करी जाती है, वाटर टेस्ट किया जाता है, थ्योरेटिकल भी टेस्ट होती है, सीमेंट स्टील टेस्ट होती है, और जो भी हम डिजाइन होता है डिजाइन वेटिंग होती है।
इस सोसाइटी का ऐसा कुछ क्यों नहीं हुआ था? इस सोसाइटी का इस तरह का चेक क्यों नहीं किया गया था? क्योंकि 4 साल से यहाँ पर लोग रह रहे हैं, ये कोई बड़ी पुरानी बिल्डिंग, बड़ी पुरानी सोसाइटी नहीं है, इट वाज अ न्यू सोसाइटी एंड सो मेनी पीपल वर लिविंग हियर, और उसके बावजूद इस तरह के हादसे हो गए यहाँ पर।
ये इसका कंट्रोल तो रेरा के पास है, और वहां पर लोकल डिपार्टमेंट भी है अपना, इनका डीपीसीपी वाला, वो उनको चेक करने की पावर है। वो करते नहीं करते ये तो बिल्डर ही बता पाएगा। ये प्राइवेट सोसाइटी, इट नॉट ए गवर्नमेंट सोसाइटी। गवर्नमेंट का पूरा कंट्रोल है, हर प्रोजेक्ट के अंदर पूरा कंट्रोल है, एवरी मटेरियल टेस्टिंग का और उसके क्वालिटी कंट्रोल का।
अनु खान रिस्पॉन्ड, अनु खान वांट्स टू रिस्पॉन्ड।
सर गुप्ता जी, जो भी जैसे गुड़गांव की अथॉरिटी है या जहाँ जहाँ की अथॉरिटी होती है, उसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है कि पूरी कंस्ट्रक्शन की क्वालिटी की जांच वो करेगा जहां पर भी बिल्डिंग बन रही है। ये सरकारी और प्राइवेट का मतलब नहीं है भाई। आम होम बायर जमीन वहां पर फ्लैट क्या देख के लिया जाके कि सरकार ने उसको जमीन अलॉट करी, सरकार ने जमीन अलॉट करी, सरकार अपना प्लान लेके आई, बिल्डर को बुलाया, बिल्डर को दी, तो उसमें प्राइवेट और सरकार का मतलब नहीं हो जाता कि फ्लैट कौन बना रहा है। भाई सरकार ने ही आदेश दिया कि आप यहाँ पर कॉलोनी डेवलप करें, शहर बनाएं, तो ये सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है। आप देखेंगे, जांच करेंगे तो ये कागजों में सारे इनको अप्रूवल मिले होंगे, कागजों में सारी जांच हो गई होगी, कागजों में सारी कंस्ट्रक्शन क्वालिटी की जांच हो गई है, सारी एनओसी मिल गई होंगी उसको, लेकिन जमीनी स्तर पे कोई भी एनओसी उसको नहीं मिली होती है। वो अब जाएंगे आप जांच करने, ना उसका एसटीपी चल रहा होगा, ना उसको फायर डिपार्टमेंट से फायर के उपक्रम चल रहे होंगे, कुछ नहीं चलता है, लेकिन उसको कागजों में सारे अप्रूवल मिले होते हैं। तो ये कौन देखेगा? सरकार के जो नुमाइंदे वहां बैठे हैं वही तो जांच करेंगे। तो इससे कोई पल्ला नहीं झाड़ सकता है ये।
Absolutely, and eventually houses are registered also with the government, so it is the responsibility of the authorities, of the government, of the builders as well. Vivek Narayan, the question that I want to ask you now is that why can't we have strict action against the people who are responsible so that it acts as a deterrent this time? Why can't we have a situation that if a builder is found to be involved in any such incident or something like this happens, then the other projects will be cancelled immediately? Why can't something like this be implemented so that nobody dares to use substandard construction material?
As you pose the right question, I totally agree with you. It should have been done. It should be done. The laws are very much in place. If a death has occurred, we will assign that death to the cause of negligence, whether that negligence is intentional or it is a murder or unintentional. So all these questions have to be decided by the court of law. Police has done some work, which works appears from the very beginning that it's a shoddy work, that they have registered a case on under 304 number 1, and then they have returned all other people who had come for making a separate FIR in the matter, saying that there is a connivance. So the PC Act also gets involved in the matter because government officials were required to carry out these sanctions, and when these sanctions, without the sanctions, the building can't have the completion certificate, occupancy certificate. So if I am assuming that this occupancy certificate, completion certificate was very much issued because so many people were living there. So that certificate, prior to that, there are certain requirements which are to be fulfilled by the government officials. If suppose that has been done despite such bad quality of the material, so then in that case, even those people who were responsible at that point in time when the building was, that means issued occupancy certificate and completion certificate, then the FIR should have been registered right now against all those people. So because of this lacuna,
Renu Bhatia, it's been more than 24 hours since this incident took place in Gurugram. The builder who has been named in the FIR is absconding.
Well, Heena, the Honorable Chief
Why can't
Minister
the
of
government
Haryana
step in and say that all his other projects will be cancelled till he comes and tells us what really happened, till action is taken against him? Why can't the government do this? Is it too much to ask? Does that life not matter?
No. It's nothing much to be asked. But our Honorable Chief Minister already gave his views to the media people that all the actions will be taken against the society people who are responsible for these kind of incidents wherever they take place, and whatever is the strict and real action will be taken against them.
But ma'am, we keep on hearing these kind of statements, like I mentioned earlier also, every time such an incident happens. It's been more than 24 hours. The builder is still absconding. There is no fear. There is no fear, it seems, that's there among people who, believe more in making money than ensuring safe homes to people. It is Prime Minister Modi's vision to give a home to everyone. Affordable housing is a project which is getting a lot of push from the government side. But don't you think our focus rather should be on ensuring safe home for everyone?
You're absolutely right, Heena. I agree to your words, and I really say that these society people or the construction companies should take a very responsible part from their side, that nobody should get, there should be no casualty. Even one is causing the same hurt in the society. So they should be taken strict action against those who are doing this kind of work or doing false constructions or whatever. They're losing their points here. So every action should be taken against that. That's what our Chief Minister has also said.
Neelam Krishnamurthy, I want to give you the last word. We all know what should be done, but unfortunately that doesn't happen. If that was happening, if promises were being kept, maybe this wouldn't have happened in Gurugram, in this society.
Absolutely. Every time there's a disaster, I come and speak on the TV channels, and we have the same discussions. We'll say, okay, lessons will be learned. Unfortunately, no lessons are learned. They'll say, it's a cliche with the politicians. दोषियों को छोड़ा नहीं जाएगा, उनके खिलाफ सख्त कार्रवाई होगी. I hear every CM say the same thing, and it's been here almost for the last 25 years. But no action is taken, because when you go to them later, they say, अभी देखिए मामला sub judice है ना, कोर्ट में हम कुछ नहीं कह सकते हैं. So this is the kind of a thing an ordinary person has to be used to it. Now they all say we'll all make sure that everybody is punished, but actually nothing will happen, and it's very ironic, because in our country we people do not give any importance to safety, be it safety, be it fire safety, be it safety in public spaces, be it safe homes. I think we have to give priority to safety. That's I'm sorry. We people have to learn.
Well, you're absolutely right, Neelam Krishnamurthy. We need to prioritize the safety of the people. Delivering houses, delivering buildings isn't enough. The accountability needs to be fixed as well, and it is high time that the government does something about this particular issue. It's been over 24 hours already. The builder has been named in the FIR. He's still absconding. What we have got is only an assurance that, strict action will be taken. We'll, of course, be tracking this story closely ahead as well, but I appreciate all of you for joining us here on Urban Debate on Mirror Now this evening on this particular issue. Heading into a very, very short break. There's lots lined up for you on the other side as well. Don't go anywhere.